All right, so with rent, because the only way to expand and get you to a place where you don't have to be behind the chair, like you said, you found, I'm just going to keep buying these places. Or renting. Or are you leasing or are you buying the locations?
Leasing.
Is there a reason that you've decided to go that route?
Because I can't afford to buy right now.
How do you know?
Because I've checked, and it's just not, I don't think it's a good financial move for me. It's better for me to just lease, get the money, and keep renting until other opportunities come where I get a little more.
How long are the leases?
So, okay. So this building was like a big girl stuff for me.
All right. Okay, cool. Oh, what is your last name?
Cavitt.
Kimmie Cavitt. Kimmie Cavitt.
Yep.
Is it Kim Cavitt?
Kimmie.
Kimmie Cavitt. All right.
Yep. Kimmie Cavitt. Kimmie's my real name.
Cool. Kimmie is the real name.
Not Kimberly.
Not Kimberly, not Kim.
Kimmie.
Awesome.
Look, my granny says it's ghetto.
Why?
She said because nobody's real name is Kimmie.
Nobody's real name?
That's what she said.
That's a lie.
That's why.
I'm sorry to hear that. So how's your week going?
It's going good. You said how's my week going, right? Yeah. This week was kind of busy as we're approaching we are in prom season and then we're going to approach graduation season. So April and May are the last 2 months of it being busy before we enter our slow months, which are the summer months.
Really? So the summers are slow?
And it's because everyone's on vacation, everyone wants braids, as I don't offer that, I just offer hairstyles.
Oh, braids, okay, makes sense.
And yes, it's a little too hot for this, you know? So everybody's just doing their own thing, and then about the middle of August, we pick back up into May again.
And that's why you're doing the other stuff, so you can have like a full rotation of season.
Exactly.
Do you do nails yourself?
No, I don't. So I'm renovating this area for nail techs and MUAs. But I would ideally only want 4 people over here. But the more I think about it, I probably only have about 2 to 3 people. Because I want just 2 nail techs and 2 makeup artists on this side. That's what these 2 mirrors are for.
Oh. Okay.
Like stations. And then 2
They have like lights on them?
They do. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So hopefully we get this finished and done within the next month and a half. I'm so over it. And then I'll be complete with this location. So.
You said this location as if there's more than one.
I don't know if you remember the old one Tiana used to go to.
The over on Lincoln
I
Trail?
still have that. So I
was unaware.
Yeah. I have, so what I'm doing there is 5 rooms in there. I have 3.
Keep going.
Yeah, so I'm hoping to get the other 2. But time, I'm sure I will.
Okay, so this is technically like a 3rd location. So you have that. You have the
all
side
this
of this wall.
Yeah, but this is just one.
Here.
Yeah, all this is mine. I consider this just one location.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, fair. I mean, it was that, and then now you're renovating this area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I thought you just moved.
Yeah, both. I moved and I still have that. Yeah.
So how long you been doing this?
I've started going to cosmetology school the year I graduated high school, which was in 2012. And then I've just been going since then. So I think it's 24. It's been about 12 years now.
Did you work for yourself the whole time?
No. So when I was in cosmetology school, there was a salon as well attached to it. So after I graduated, I worked for him, which his name is Van Johnson. I worked for him for a while, and then I started branching out.
Here in this area, or?
He's in Fairview Heights.
You from here?
I'm from East St. Louis. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Oh yeah, from there.
Got it. From her.
From here.
Okay.
I'm from here. But yeah. Yep.
So your grandma keeping you out of the hers and theirs.
There you go.
Okay. Cool.
There you go.
Okay, so are you trying to do more? Like trying to expand this and keep going?
Oh yeah, but I'm trying to do it in a smart financial way. I don't want to like exhaust my funds, just one thing at a time, and try to because I have many ideas, but I don't have that much money to support all my ideas, which is fine. I will get there, but yeah, step by step and doing it the smart way and learning how to do it the smart way financially. So this summer, as I was telling you, we're approaching the slower months. I'm hoping to go back to school to get my instructor license. So hopefully I can be, ideally, I need that under my belt anyway, but I can't be behind the chair forever.
You have to have it to own
teach a school or something, yeah. Well,
why do you want to teach? Or is that like your next level? Is that your next thing?
Yeah, like next level type of stuff, because I can't physically stand behind the chair for forever.
Well, especially if you want to grow this, right?
So that back area back there,
you're going to start a school.
I would want to, but that's years from now. Hopefully, that's years.
This is good. This is so good.
Hopefully.
Yo, okay. You said so much. Okay, let's before I let go on to all the stuff you're gonna get into. Let's start like back. Okay. So, anyways, guys, this is the What Made You podcast, and I have Miss Kimmie here. Awesome stylist, business owner, entrepreneur, big thinker, visionary, already employer, helping people get monies.
Yeah.
And, so if you wouldn't mind, kind of as short or as long as you want to make it. Try like long as maybe like 2 minutes, right?
Okay.
Like, where did you start? Like, baby. You already kind of talked about the high schoolish thing.
Okay.
And if you could say, hey, like, okay, here's where I'm at now. Like, just kind of like a real quick, boom, synopsis.
So, like I said, started in cosmetology school. I was persuaded to go there by my dad because I didn't know what I was going to do after high school. I completed that, worked at that salon for a while. I got introduced into a private suite. So once I stepped foot into that, that's when the ideas started coming. And I went out to my private suite. In that building, more suites became available. So in my mind, I'm like, well, they're vacant. Maybe I can rent those and then start making a small profit by renting it to other entrepreneurs after I renovate it. So I did that, and then that's when I got pregnant around that time.
Okay.
So I actually gave up my private suite because I couldn't work. And I was like, oh, I can make a little profit off this while I'm, on maternity leave. When I was ready to come back to work, that room was still, it wasn't available. Someone was still renting it. And I couldn't just be like, oh, I'm ready to work, you gotta get out.
Hey.
So I started looking for other locations.
Yeah.
But I was looking for a very small location. This is 3,500 square foot. I was not looking for anything like this. And this came upon, it sat in my lap, and we're here, and I'm renovating. I'm spending money. I'm tired of spending money. But we're here, and we're growing, and it kind of just sat in my lap. It was something that I just couldn't, I had to take advantage of.
Yeah.
So, and that's how I feel like I started with the renting and the different sources of income when it comes to just the whole hair industry and not just getting money from just
the renting was like that light bulb moment.
Yeah.
Was it the idea that, hey, I'm renting it out for extra money, or was it when you came back that still being rented was like, oh, you know what? Maybe I don't have to. Okay. Oh,
that pushed me, because if I probably, like, if I wouldn't have got pregnant, I would have probably been very stagnant as far as, okay, I'm making an extra profit, but I would have kept it there. I wouldn't have branched off. I had no choice but to branch off when I was ready to come back after, pregnancy and having my baby, and then that room was still rented. Just off integrity, I'm just not gonna tell my tenant to just like, let's go.
I'm trying to make money.
I gotta get my clients back in.
Although you're already making money.
Exactly.
Yeah, interesting.
So I was just like, all right, that really pushed me, and that's very telling of, everything that's happening in your life is supposed to happen just like that, it's supposed to happen like that, because like extra wife, it wasn't a very good time or moment for me when I found out I was pregnant. I was very regretful at first, but God has a way of showing you that you are exactly where I need you to be.
Yeah.
it's hard to accept, but now, you know, my new salon is named after my daughter. Having her, I wouldn't be exactly where I'm at without my daughter. And that was just a very bad time in my life that turned into so much beauty.
Yeah.
It really has, so.
Like a little trial.
Yes.
That you got through.
Yeah.
And you just kept going instead of just letting it go.
Exactly. I definitely kept.
And I think a lot of people do just kind of let it go. Do you, if there is anything that just kind of helped you keep going? Let's say you were getting that rent while you were pregnant, correct?
Yeah.
How were you making sure that it was staying rented? Is it just they just got to work, or was there like a steady flow?
Like, it was a steady flow. Even now, I don't really advertise. I do a little, but that's how I know that it's so meant, because I do very little advertisement. I don't like force it, and it happens. Just like I just rented out another room at that same location. I haven't advertised for it. I'm paying for it, and no one's in there yet, but I haven't advertised. But people ask all the time, word of mouth. I don't know. I'm so lucky and blessed that I don't have to do much on that end of it as far as advertising for tenants. That's one business I feel like people just always need. Everybody's going their own way with entrepreneurship, and they always want a private suite, or they always want something aesthetically pleasing. As long as I renovate it and make it aesthetically pleasing, it sells.
That's
and
awesome.
It doesn't take much to make it aesthetic.
So people just the young ladies or whomever, they just try to come in because they want a place to work.
Yeah.
And you're solving that problem. You're a business owner.
I'm very easy to work with. I'm myself. I'm a easygoing person. As long as you're professional and licensed,
you can work.
We're good. You know, I mean, of course, I have like contracts and stuff, because you can't assume that people just automatically know everything. But
we got to get into that. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
No.
But yeah, I'm easy to work with. It's nothing to it. So.
Okay.
I think the girls, anybody, I think I would have a pretty good review if I was to ask my tenants,
how's my landlord stylist doing?
Yeah, I think I'm easygoing.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So many ways we can go with this.
Yeah.
Do you believe that, no, I'm gonna go switch up. What started you into the stylist concept? You said, I just went to cosmetology school.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what?
No.
Have you been doing, like, little things?
In high school. It started with me and my sister. My dad would take us to the hair salon, get our hair done. One day, I remember we was in a car, and he was like, yeah, y'all ain't getting your hair done no more. And I'm like, what you mean? He was saying he can't afford it. Yeah. And I'm just like, how can you get us used to this and then just abruptly just stop it?
Ooh, okay.
So I was like, okay, at least take me to the hair store, because, you know, I'm in high school. Representation is everything. So he took me to the hair store. I remember I had got like this $10 pack hair. And I went home, I think I got 2. So I spent $20 at the beauty supply. I went home.
Is that a lot or a little?
That's a little, yeah, that's not.
Okay.
$20 for 2 packs, yeah. So ultimately, I went home, did my hair, so ultimately I only spent $20 to get my hair done. Okay. And it was cute, you know, it was curly. You can't go wrong with curly hair when you do it yourself. And I had a leave out, you probably don't know what that is, but yeah, it looks good. Hey. And then I kept starting doing, I kept doing my hair, and then I started doing my friends' hair as they were asking me to do their hair. And my dad seen that, and it was at the house. So it was time to make a decision on what I was going to do in life, as if it was my senior year. Yeah, my senior year in high school.
You have good grades?
Graduating. Yeah, I don't know, it's cool. I had good grades. I mean, we couldn't fail in, you know, being in the house, so I had good grades. And I was going to go to college because my friends went to college, my peers went to college. It just seemed like the right thing to do. And my dad was asking me, well, what do you want to go to college for? And I was like, I want to go for the experience. And he's like, yeah, college too expensive for the experience.
For the experience. Ooh.
So he convinced me. He was just like, how about you go to cosmetology school because it seemed like you like doing hair.
Mm-hmm.
You go for 9 months. If you don't like it, you can still go to college. You're really not missing out.
That's good.
So when he laid that out on the table, we went to different schools around here and we found the Black Cosmetology School. I think it was $5,000 at the time, which though it's pretty cheap, I had to pay out of pocket. It's cheap compared to other schools, but I didn't have a financial loan or anything like that.
Right.
That school wasn't accepting it at the time. So I was still working.
They do fast food? Or student loans or whatever?
Probably now, but then, it was a black business, so they didn't. Interesting. Yeah, accept it. Mm-hmm. So I just made payments monthly.
I was unaware they did it all.
Yeah. They
in
do.
general.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That is interesting.
So, he convinced me. He was just like, and then the thing was, when I was in cosmetology school, I was making some money. I don't know how much I was making, probably nothing compared to now, but I wasn't used to making that cash flow every day.
Oh, they don't make you work for free?
Yeah, so I think I was paying out, this once I was so deep in, I had got on the floor. So, you're getting tips and stuff like that.
Right.
But yeah, those tips in my everyday, I'm just like, oh God. I'm like, if this is the beginning of the flow, I'm not going to college. I'm getting my cosmetology license, and then I'm really about to start making some money.
Yo, shout out cosmetology school.
Yeah.
Where's it at?
It's here in Fairview Heights. It's a new location, but it's the same school. It's Precision Point. It's in, I think it's on Canny Lane, but it's in Fairview Heights, and it's called Precision Point. It's a good school.
And so you just stayed in the area after that. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I stayed in the area. Yeah, I stayed in Fairview Heights. Yep.
Very cool. Yeah. Okay, so money's coming in.
Yeah.
Then that's when your dad was like, hey, you should try moving. I assume you went to the next place.
Oh,
you said you worked for the guy.
At this point, my dad is kind of like, I've been cosmetology school, so he let me do me. He's just like, okay, I got to wear.
He got you where he
tricked me. A good trick, yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
That's what we should do.
So he just let me do my own thing. No, he's like, she got it. And I started working after I got my cosmetology license from that school at that same location. It was a shop on the other side, so I started working on the other side. I
see.
Because my clientele that I built up, they already there.
They know where you're at, yeah.
So I was there for a while.
Was social media around then?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was.
Okay.
So I was
where
there.
We at? What
Instagram.
Year we at? What year we at now?
That was back then. I started in 2012. So I stayed there, I think, about a good 4 to 5 years.
So you finished cosmetology school in 2012?
No, I started 12.
Oh, you started in 12. Mm-hmm. It takes 9 months to finish?
Yeah, but it takes 9 months, and then you have to study, and then you have to book to get your do your test. So the first time I took the test, which was probably in 2014, because I started at the end of 2012.
Okay.
I failed. I missed it by 1 point. I think you have to have a 75. I got a 74.
And it didn't bum you out?
Yeah. I had to take that test again. I was doing all that studying, and I'm not good at test taking and stuff. No, that's not me. So I was bummed. I'm like, hold on, I studied this to a T, and then you don't get your results until like a week or so later. Oh. So it just says failed. Like on the screen, just failed. It doesn't say what you failed.
It didn't say where.
No.
Do you have is it like categories of things?
When you get mailed in.
Oh, I see.
You know if you pass or failed at the location when you're on the computer taking a test, but the specifics of it and that comes in the mail later. So I finally got the mail because I was bummed out. It stresses you out. That's a lot.
Yeah, especially you're sitting there thinking about it for a week or two.
So I finally got it. I'm like, oh, okay, I got a 74. It bummed me out, but it still gave me a little hope. Like, okay.
And you can still work?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many times can you take it before you have to
you could
just
take
give it up?
3 times. No, for real. You could take it 3 times, and then after the third fail, you go back to school for half. I don't know exactly, but you go back to school for some time, not the full time, and then you go try it again for the 4th time. If you fail the 4th time, you got to start all the way over with cosmetology school.
Sheesh.
That's how it was when I was in school. I don't know if anything changed.
You passed the second time?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I figured that's where we were going with that. It's like 1 point away.
Mm-hmm.
The second time.
So I don't know how long I waited to book again because you got to book and pay the state and everything to take the test. But
how long does it take? in the testing room? Is it like one of those rooms with the computers and they got to like pat you down and?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, been
Usually
there, done that.
about 40 minutes to an hour.
Oh, that's not a bad test at all.
It's not. It's just 100 random questions.
Oh, good.
And I think
that's not bad. Okay.
You don't complete the entire 100 questions. It's like until you pass or get so many correct. But yeah.
Right.
You wanna go?
It ain't in there no more.
Right. Be careful, honey. Yeah.
Because whenever I went to take the my Series 7 for financial license and brokerage license, it was a 3-hour test.
Oh no.
So that's not bad at all. I thought we were getting into the same realm of, hey, these are some long tests.
I probably would have had to start school all over again because no. You want to get on your iPad, honey? Okay.
And how old is she now?
Zena is 2 years old and 6 months.
So you've been in this before she came.
Yeah.
Quite a good minute.
I was in deep. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very
I had
good.
time in. Mm-hmm.
So that's always good before like the big traumatic event.
Exactly.
That turned out to be a blessing, of course.
Yes.
You did have a little bit of time in the game itself.
Yeah, I did. I really did.
Could I ask, like, what you would say is a good week
Like,
for a stylist?
as far as financially?
Yeah.
I mean, it depends what your hours are. I'm a stylist. I don't overbook. I do one client at a time. So on a good day, I may have 5 clients. So that's 7 a.m. to about 7 p.m. That's my work schedule. It's
So
about
the
two
whole
and a
thing
half-
is
It's about 2.5 hours per client,
okay.
and that's about 12 hours. So yeah,
So if you have 5 clients, that's a full day.
that's a full day.
Okay.
I think they would like brag if they were making like $1,000 a day. But
That sounds good. $200 a client, or yeah, right?
so I mean, if you can do that every day, you're working. You're like really working. So I mean, I work 6 days a week. If I make $6,000 a week, that's a pretty good week. But not
That's
always.
a heck of a week.
Yeah, I don't work like that.
What would you say is the norm? And maybe if it's not in weeks, I don't know the
For
business
me-
side of that. Is it a monthly thing that you're kind of looking at, or is it kind of like every 2 weeks I'm kind of expecting this many clients?
Honestly, it's daily, because our cash flow is every day. So you have to know what you're making daily, because if you're not like financially looking at things daily as you're going to spend that day because you got the money on you, you know, and it's coming so quickly. I would say a good week for me, if I do 3K a week, I'm very content with that. That's
Okay.
good for me. Even if it's like 2,000 or 3 a week, that's fine, because I'm not overworking. I'm still able to be a mom. My clients are satisfied by getting in and out. Now you have other stylists, they're overbooked. They'll make that $1,000 a day, but they're working sun up to sundown. They're overbooked. You know, I
Yeah.
believe in having a balance in life. The money is going to come.
Yeah.
You don't have to squeeze it in one day. I truly believe that. It's going to come. You don't have to get it right now. If you spread it out, you create longevity for your clients. Your clients are in a safe space to vent to you, giving them more of an experience than just a client walking in and there's 2-3 people in and it's given, oh, I'm trying to get all the money. I'm trying to get my money.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so of course you're going to get the money, but
Have you seen that happen?
it's still happening.
And
clients-
is that why clients typically go to somebody else?
Clients will go wherever.
Or would a client leave if that person is like the best?
If
Even
that
if
person
they're getting treated like that?
If that person is the best and they are overbooked, usually, most likely, the clients will still leave. They will still leave.
That's a word.
Because people got stuff to do. You know,
Right.
Nobody is trying to be in the salon for 4 or 5 hours anymore. If you're not solely focusing on them. You know, if I'm coming in and a client has to, me as a client, if I'm coming in and I have to wait an hour to sit in your chair,
Just to get in,
I
yeah.
got stuff to do. I'm not trying to sit here and watch you, you know. Although you're the best, but you need to work on, I guess customer service or time management.
It's
That's
interesting.
very important too.
Could they charge more? Like, let's say they're getting all the clients, right? And obviously, because they're good. Instead of overbooking, could you just charge more?
Yeah, I mean, you can charge what you want. I think the problem, she's fine. I think the problem is time management. They want, I remember I was in cosmetology school and my instructor told me, book 3 people at 9 a.m. Because if 2 don't come, 1 will show up. And I would always say, well, what if all 3 show up? Oh, well, you just work them in. You wash them and set them in the dryer. You do one. No, clients have caught on to that game. Now I didn't piss 3 clients off.
I would not.
Yeah, I
I'm new
didn't
to
piss
this.
3. And it's just like,
I don't do it all the time, though. It makes sense.
it gives money hungry. You want all the money
Put
right
one person
now.
over here, put another person here, then
I
while
get
you're
clients
working
all
here.
the time and they say to me,
You do shampooing and all that stuff.
all of it,
Okay. You do like I don't even know what I'm
So,
saying on this here. So you can help me understand the.
so yeah, when you come in, you get shampoo, conditioner, blow dry, and then I do your style. Usually it's extensions. Now whatever technique or how you want it installed, sew in, quick weave, eye tips or tape ins. That just determines just the technique and how long it would take. But yeah, I do the whole 9.
Is one better than the other?
It's just client preferences, whatever, you know.
What do you prefer to do?
I'm starting to like quick weaves because it's faster.
So
I'm
what does
like,
that
okay,
mean? Is that like
it's just I'm
is that
putting-
the type of crochet or thing or
I'm
whatever?
putting glue on the extensions and sticking it to your head.
Gotcha.
Yeah, rather than the sew-in, I have to like,
I think I've seen the guys doing that.
oh yeah, they're doing that
I think
too.
I've been seeing like the fake waves.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me.
That is crazy.
I'm still over here in
The
shock about seeing
evolution
that
of
stuff.
weave has come so far. I love where we at.
Is there a price difference? And does it actually make a big difference on the feel or?
Oh yeah. So like something that's a quick weave is quick. It doesn't cost as much as like a sew-in. So a quick weave probably would take me an hour and a half, whereas a sew-in would probably take me 3 hours. So that's a price difference. And then the sew-in is gonna last longer, you know.
Oh.
So yeah, it's stuff like that that plays a part. But
Okay. Do you
Yeah.
mind if we like talk about rent?
as far as
Can we talk about it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't want to like
No, that's
jump in your
fine.
business too much. All right.
Yeah.
So with rent, because the only way to expand and get you to a place where you don't have to be behind the chair, like you said, you found. I'm just gonna keep buying these places or renting. Are
Yeah.
you leasing or are you buying
No, leasing.
the locations?
Leasing.
Is there a reason that you've decided to go that route?
Because I can't afford to buy right now.
How do you know?
Because I've checked, and it's just not. I don't think it's a good financial move for me. It's
Okay.
better for me to just lease, get the money, and keep renting, until other opportunities come where I get a little more.
How long are the leases?
So okay, so this building was like a big girl stuff for me. This location, 5 years. I signed the lease
Okay.
for 5 years. I signed a 5-year contract here. And this place has, we talked about rent, right? And how much it is now. So
Yeah.
this place has been vacant, she's fine, for, I don't know, for some time. When I called them, I looked at the space. I'm like, oh, this is going to be so expensive, whatever. I'm just going to call him and see. And he had come down so much on the rent. I was like, oh, I can't not just give this up.
Yeah.
It was a good deal. So initially, I think he wanted like $5,000 or $4,700. Let me get this.
Of course.
But initially, he wanted like, I think it was $47,000 to $5,000 a month. I wouldn't go pay that. It just went, but I think the building is worth it. It's like I said, it's 3,500 square feet. It's huge in here. It's a lot of space, a lot of opportunity, or whatever. So I called.
And just this space or?
No,
the whole?
The whole building.
Okay, 5,000 square feet?
No, it's 3,500 square feet.
Okay.
So it's different parts of the salon or whatever. We just separated, but the whole building is mine. So I called him. I'm like, how much is rent? How much is it? And he was like, it's been vacant for so long. We went down and we're doing $3,000 a month. So I was like, okay, can you do 2,500?
Ooh, negotiation skills coming out. Okay.
He was like, no. He was like, He was like, nah, we already come down so much from it.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I can respect that. On top of that, you know, he was selling he was leasing the building as is. So he gave me 6 months off free rent coming right in. So 6 months off to get it going.
Okay.
And then the $3,000 a month.
Was it his specific contractors that had to do any of the work, or could you hire whoever?
I can hire whoever.
Okay.
So as if he doesn't do absolutely nothing. He doesn't get anything that was left from the previous tenants out, as is, like nothing. So and the building was cool, but any work.
I feel like you could have got that negotiated, but then again, 6 months off is. That's it. That is it right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
so
cool.
6 months off.
How long did it take you to actually get up and running in here?
I signed the contract in February. By May, I was working. So.
5 months?
Yep. February,
is that right?
January, February, March, April, May. No, 4.
4 months? Yeah.
Right?
All of February? All of March?
I think I signed it in February.
April, May? Yeah, 4 months.
Yeah, I signed it in February.
For this space specifically?
Mm-hmm.
And are you doing the same thing at the other location as well? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little tour.
Yeah.
I'll do one for you guys. Maybe that'll be like a little bonus extra on the shorter reel or something.
Yeah.
This place is beautiful.
Yeah.
This is.
So it
And you did all this.
Mm-hmm.
The floor?
Mm-hmm. The ceiling to the floor in every room. So that takes. I mean, that's
a lot of work. That's a lot of contractors.
Mm-hmm.
Did you borrow?
Both. I used my money and I borrowed, but
Okay.
I did it. I did it responsibly. Like I didn't. If I would have just solely used or borrowed, you know, I'd be so deep in debt. So I had to work, and you know that's why 2 years later.
And that's why you did it piece by piece instead of just getting it up in a month or two.
Because that's what I can afford.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to be in debt. I just don't. I mean, you're going to be, but I don't
some
want to
people
be.
take that risk, and you decided that's not the one for you.
I take that risk responsibly.
That's good.
I'm not. The money isn't mine, you know. So I'm not just because the bank said, "Oh, okay, we'll give you such and such money." I'm probably only taking half of that, a little less than half of that.
So was it a straight term loan, or are you using like lines of credit?
Lines of credit, and I've used
so
a loan one time.
So you can come back to them.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
I used a loan just one time.
I'm so glad to hear that.
Yeah, I can't do. Yeah, I just have to do it piece by piece, and it's going to get done. So I don't have to get in this I don't know, deep end of never-ending debt. I don't have to do that to myself.
I feel that.
I'll just do it piece by piece, and when it comes together, it's going to be together.
Do you do that for like inventory, or do you kind of buy as needed?
So, as far as like daily supplies, supplies I use on hair, like hairsprays and stuff, I just buy that as needed. But like when
cash?
Straight
cash?
Yes, I'm trying to get out of that, but honestly, I'm being honest right now. I use straight cash just for like hairsprays and stuff like that. But like for when I'm selling hair, when I'm like selling products, I will use a line of credit and do it that way.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
So big purchases, I guess, because hair is expensive and it's just better to use the credit.
And do you have it like you use like part of that as like a storage facility for that?
I plan to. So I haven't gotten back to selling hair yet because I've been renovating. And like I said before,
you sell hair as well?
I'm getting back to it. So before my baby, I was selling hair and stuff like that. But now I'm renovating, and like I said, I don't want to exhaust my funds, so one thing at a time. I'm almost done renovating, and then I will get back to selling. Yeah, doing one thing at a time. I'm almost done renovating, and then I will get back to selling hair and products.
You don't do that right now at all? It's just you hold product, you kind of do it as people come in. It's not like you're the place you're like really focusing a whole bunch of effort into.
I wish, but no, not right now.
Where do you buy it from?
Look, that is top notch.
Hey, fair.
That's a great question. But no, I can give you like, we all buy from overseas.
Okay.
So we have a vendor. I think my vendor, where is my vendor?
You don't have to say the name. I mean, if you.
Yeah, I won't say the name, but
they
out the country. I just hit them up, hey, I need this amount, this many inches, la la, and they just send it over. I don't know where they're from, actually. I know they're out the country. So.
You have a lot of game. Have you ever thought about, I know I'm getting off topic here a little bit. You ever thought about like doing like a course on how to do that?
Yes,
and
I
that
thought
would
about
be a
it.
part of
There's
like the training, the school and instructor stuff that you're talking about, right? Like you could like sell online e-courses of like, here's what I would start with, here's what I look for, here's how I employ people, here's how I would find a vendor for the.
Yeah, that would be very, that would be great for me. That just takes time. Yeah. On the internet, like Instagram, there's other stylists, other great stylists that I look up to. Some in town, some out of town. And they do stuff like that. I commend them for it. I want to be like that so badly, and I will. But that takes another level of dedication that I have. It's just time, you know, more energy, more effort. And
do you have a social media presence?
I do.
Personal or your brand?
My brand, Instagram. I get a little personal because I believe in you got to be a little personal with your audience. Because if you're doing like a hard sell all the time, it's kind of like buy, book. You know, sometimes people want to know, who are you?
Right.
What are you like?
I mean, that's how Kim Kardashian made it, right? Literally, like.
Even like
we
the
started
artists.
way back then. That's like one of the first ones to kind of do it.
Exactly.
Sold themselves as a brand, and
as a brand.
And now we see it as.
So I kind of do a little balance. I guess my clients appreciate that, but.
So your Instagram is you? Is it like your personal Instagram, or do you put a lot of focus on Salon
the
Z?
business.
Okay.
It's mainly the business. I do like a little.
And then you put yourself into it as the personality?
Well, a little razzle dazzle, yeah. A little sprinkle.
Do your employee, or not? Is it not employees, right? You are 1099 them, or what is that even? Or is it there's just a rent? It's just a rent, right?
Yeah, they are independently. I think, what is it called?
Do they have to be in it? Do they have to be in the social media space?
I
do they have to
promote
post
them.
to you, or
No,
do you have to look at their
own.
post?
No, they have their own Instagram. So it's like independent contractors. So they rent a space through me as they work under my business. But it's kind of like they have their own identity as well, their own business. So they post their own thing. I'll share it on my page to let my audience know that they can get this service at my location.
Right.
Because they're renting, you know, things like that. But
is that in the agreement? Like, here's what you can or cannot do?
Not with, no, that's not in the agreement. Not with social media and presence. I verbally tell them, you know, we suggest that you advertise to keep that steady flow of clientele. But you know, if a tenant comes and feel like their clientele, it is what it is, and they don't need social media, they're good. You know.
Interesting.
You know, they're good.
Because you can't really fire anybody per se.
Exactly.
But would there be anything if they put on social media? I would assume there's something, right? Like, oh, they're talking bad about you on social media, then that's like, hey, that breaks your lease contract, or okay, or your rental space.
That's not in our contract. We will hope nobody does, but you know, that's
we
not.
We don't do hope. We don't live on just hope alone.
Yeah, that's kind of like personal. I mean.
No, I don't. Yeah, of course.
As far as if they were to talk about me on social media or anything, but like in our contracts, we just solely talk about being clean, being professional. It's a lot of stuff in our contract. It's very in depth.
You ever had that happen?
As far as what?
You ever had like somebody go per se?
No.
Oh, good.
We're very.
So you really hard check before they're in.
And that's the good thing about social media. I could find out who you are before if you inquire, you don't even have to know that I looked at your DM or your message that you sent to inquire about the shop. I'll look at your page, and if I feel like you're not suitable for the salon I'm trying to present,
awesome.
You know, it's kind of like, oh, we already found someone, or, you know, we don't want to be rude or anything like that. Or we don't have to tell them, oh, you're ghetto. Or, we don't have to. You're together, I don't think you could turn it on and off. We don't have to do that, you know.
Right.
It's just not.
I already know what you're going to be like.
Because you present, and that's the good thing, that's the beauty of social media. You present who you are before someone meets you. And people get to see that firsthand without meeting you. But so far, like Salon Z, we have the best team. I'm telling, we love each other.
Love it. That's so
and
good.
I'm so scared because this is the final room, and we're going to add, I'm hoping 4 more people, but whatever. I'm hoping, and we are very selective. So I'm checking with the girls. Y'all know this girl, you know, if she comes.
Yeah.
Because I want everybody to have a great experience.
Did they have to come in?
Yeah.
An interview?
So
this is going to be a TV show?
Yeah.
Oh, we got to do this.
We'll tell them come in and tour. So, I mean, I have an assistant, a virtual assistant.
Okay.
So she does my contract. She does everything behind doors. So we'll view their Instagram.
Man, you got a lot going on.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
How do you do that? How do you know to do that? Oh my. Okay.
Well, as far as the assistant,
how do you know how to hire that person? What got you there?
My assistant is actually a really good friend of mine, and I'm really a person like don't do business with friends and family, but she's just really good. She's very organized. She don't let me get in her way, and it's my business. She don't let me get in her way. She'll tell me like, you know, I got this, or I know what I'm doing. That's just her, and she does know what she's doing. She's really good, but she organized everything. So if somebody was to say, hey, I would love to work in your shop, we view their page. You know, that's something we don't tell them, but that's what we do. We view their page and see, you know, what they're working with. And
they should know that.
Yeah, it is what it is. So, and then we'll talk about it, we'll move forward, and we'll tell them, hey, if you would like to tour our location, you're free to come in. When they come in, I'm talking to them now, trying to see, you know, their goals and what they're looking for as far as offering their clients, how far they want to go. This is just a stepping stone for them. And I hope all my girls go out far as they want, and I support it.
That's cool.
I support it. I don't want them to stay here. This is just a stepping stone, a good experience for themselves and their clients. And I hope they learn from me, you know, and I can learn from them.
Where do you want to go?
Where
do you want to go? Like, let's say, keep it simple. Where do you want this to be at in 3 years?
I think be careful, honey. I think, sometimes I think about it. I will low-key want Salon Z. Be careful. To low-key be like a franchise.
Okay.
But that's just a small little idea. Not small, but it's not long-lived when I think about it. I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I go about my day. But if I like had Salon Z in different locations, that would be pretty dope to me.
Well, then you'd have to get out of it. You couldn't style anymore. Do you think you'd lose if you were to get another location? Do you think that would, and you had to spend time doing that? Do you think it would pull away from the people that are coming because of you, or do you think that you have created something that everybody wants to come to because it is the brand and not you?
Exactly. Yeah, and that's where I think about, and that's why it's not long-lived in my head, because it's just like I would do hair for a very long time, and I'm fine with that. That's my money maker. Like, I do have this stuff on the side, but I still have to stand behind that chair to keep it going.
For this to work? For
this to work, I have to stand behind.
What do you got to do?
Work and get money on my own.
What could you do to not let?
And that's what I'm thinking of. That's why I believe you got to work. I believe people have to work for things to be sustainable, because all the things as far as the rooms and the stations here are filled, and it's paying the rent. I'm still only making a small profit.
It don't pay the rent?
It'll pay the rent, and I'll make a small profit, but I can't live off that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still have to work, and I think that's where people
Sounds
get
like
it.
You need to charge more.
Well, I have to get people in here. I can't run them away by the price. But yeah, you have to keep working.
Okay.
You have to keep, because, and then beyond that, like, things happen, maintenance. Things break, things happen, you got to get it fixed. You know, I have to work to make sure I have enough for whatever that can possibly happen. But if I was to go to like different states and stuff, I'll make sure like maybe like a family or friend is there to kind of like manage it, quote unquote, if we agree to that.
Of course, yeah.
But baby steps.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, I just turned 30 and I see people older than me that is successful or just starting something new and big and it's working, and I just feel like I have time. And that's why I take baby steps. There's no rush. There's no rush. I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to do. I feel
Is there a dollar value that you're looking for life and just in general?
I never thought of that, honestly. No.
Is there income, like a per year that you're trying to obtain?
I definitely, I would like to always make 6 figures.
Personally, profit, yourself. What about the business?
I want that to make 6 figures too. So like me standing behind the chair, I would want, okay, I just thought of it. Me standing behind the chair, I would want to make 6 figures. Renting like the tenants and stuff, I would want that to make 6 figures. And when I start back selling hair and products, I would want that to make 6 figures too. So that's pretty ideal for me.
Yeah.
I would want, I don't have that yet.
You don't think it could be easier than that though?
What?
Couldn't they make more?
To make more?
Couldn't it make more? Like, I feel like,
it could.
just like from what I'm seeing, you have all the ideas are phenomenal. But if you couldn't do it, it wouldn't fall apart.
Right.
It would still be sustainable. You could still do it.
Yeah.
Let's say what if you had decided more kids?
Right. And that's why I tell people, you have to know what you're content with. Because if you don't know what you're content with, you're just going to keep going and going and going.
Yeah,
and going,
kind of chasing it. That's what I was wondering. I was wondering if it was a chase or if it's like a...
I'm not chasing it. I'm very content. I'm content where I'm at now. But I know I can go further. So why not take that opportunity or take advantage of it? And that's why I said about the whole overworking. I can make $1,000 a day if I work like that every day. But I still have to spend time with my daughter.
Yeah.
I still have to spend time with family. I still have to spend time with my boyfriend.
Yeah?
And
so you're sort of not single.
No, I'm not single. And I still have to rest.
Okay.
You know, all that plays a part into a good experience for my clients. Just a well-balanced lifestyle. It's not all about the money.
Do you work out?
I used to before my kid. I don't know more because I don't have time. But that's cool.
That's okay.
I eat clean, so it balances out, whatever.
You said the experience. I was just figuring, hey, you say, hey, if I continue to look good, then that would help the aesthetics.
Exactly.
Like, hey, she does it. If she can do it,
Exactly.
And she's working all the time. Man, there's no reason I can't do it.
Exactly.
Like, that's...
Yeah, I need to get back into that. Well, whatever. But yeah, no, I don't work out because after I had my baby.
Are you gonna get married? When you get married?
Huh?
When you get married?
I don't know. Hopefully, like next year. If my...
I mean, it's not like you kind of choose it, I assume. But...
Right.
You guys serious?
Yeah, we're serious.
Like if the question could come up like right now.
I think next year, but we talk about it all the time. It's just, it has to make sense as far as both our lives, financially, everything. So.
What's he do?
He is an entrepreneur too.
Oh, snap.
Huh?
Cool.
So, yeah, he does his thing.
Any shameless plugs here?
Huh?
Any shameless plugs you got for him? No. He said, this is mine. Cool.
But yeah, it has to be a balance. And I tell people that if you don't know what you're kind of content with, you'll burn out. I'm very blessed. I know that now. I'm good.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, as long as, and I'm not a material girl. I don't have to have the latest car, the latest clothes, all that stuff. I'm actually very frugal. My money is put into my business. I don't care about all that other stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like to look decent, I like to look good, but for me, that doesn't take much to do. You don't have to spend a whole lot of money to look a certain way. Yeah, so I don't spend a lot of money personally on my personal expenses. My money goes into my business, which when I put money into that, I'm going to see a profit from that. So.
What keeps you, and this, I'm going to try to be very cautious with your time and take care of the time. What keeps you up on your craft?
Oh, like being on top of it.
Yeah, how do you, because you have to, nobody can just continue to be good. There's got to be like something that's like, okay, I'm watching this
Social media.
Stay on it. Okay.
Social media. Let me tell you something.
Is there a person? Is it a thing?
It's people. It's some great stylists out there. all over that we're exposed to. We see it daily. You have to, and it's younger, it's old. Your competitors are there, so you have to. You naturally gonna stay on top of it, because if you stagnant and these new styles are coming out, or these new curls, whatever it is, you need to take classes. You're seeing it every day on your timeline.
You take classes still?
Oh yeah, I would take classes. Yeah.
You do, or you would?
The last class I took was in Atlanta. It was a few
so
years
you
ago.
do I'm so glad you talked about this. This is so good. So
Yeah,
you do like seminars and beauty shows, things of that nature?
I'm not too big on beauty shows, but I would go. But it's not my thing, really. It's not my favorite thing.
Gotcha.
But I would go. I would support whatever. But I will do classes. Yes, you have to stay on top of it. Now, I do try to see, because there's so much resources online. I try to see what's online before I make that payment and pay in the class and see if I can.
Yeah.
Because like tape-ins, I learned. It was like self-taught. I looked at some things online and I'm like, oh, I got this. Instead of paying $800 for a class, and it's just like, oh, I got it. So
it's always out there on YouTube, like this will be. No,
no, really. So yeah, I mean, yeah, whether it's looking online for classes or actually paying for a class, like a one-on-one type of thing, I'm always up for it. But yeah, seeing that on social media, all the great stylists and all the different styles they're doing, oh, you're going to stay on your game. You have no choice but to stay on your game. We're all exposed to it.
Would you tell a 18-year-old yourself, or any young lady that's trying to get into this, where would they start?
Where would they start? Please go to school. Do it the right way. Like I said, doing hair, you get money every day.
And you start making money, is it day one you're in that thing?
Yeah, if you're doing it at home, you could go to school, but you can still do hair at home. Gotcha. I mean, I'm not trying to promote that, but that's what people do.
Would you start there actually then? Would you say start there? Start at home, try to do something for yourself, or would you just straight to school,
go to
get the good stuff? Okay.
Because if you start at home, start making money, you're not gonna want to go to school, because the money has already been made. But now you're making all this money. Eventually, you're gonna become stagnant in a way, because you can only go so far. And don't get me wrong, it's some unlicensed stylists that have gone way further than me, but still, you're still limited in what you can really do as a licensed stylist. I believe personally. I feel like when you're licensed,
do you get open to warehouses, or like types of chemicals, or what does that license do?
Basically, first of all, the main thing, you can't be shut down. If a client don't like me, if I did something wrong to a client, they could call the state on me right now and say, hey, I know she's working unlicensed. Illegally.
Nice.
So the state is going to come and say, hey, if you don't shut down, we're going to fine you.
Time to close it up. Right. That's interesting.
Whereas a client don't like me, or a client wants to do something, or even another style.
It's like a board? Is it like a state board? Is it federal?
A state board, yeah. So a state board will come.
Do you have to pay yearly? Is it like a 5-year
it's
thing?
Every 2 years, we have to renew and pay for our license.
Do you have to retest?
No.
Or anything?
Oh, no. We do have to do continued hours.
Okay.
So we just have to do a class. It's like a free class.
Gotcha.
And then those hours go, and then we just have to report it.
Okay.
No, we're fine. But yeah, I would definitely say go to school, get licensed, get that out the way, and you're good.
And then, okay.
And then just start your career.
Because you're going to learn a lot, I assume, even if you don't think you need it. Everybody has that, I'm so good, I don't think I need this. It's below me, or whatever it may be. And it might be kind of boring if you're already good, right?
Yeah.
It might be a little boring at first.
It's the worst thing ever.
Because it's nothing new. You're like, oh, I've done this.
But could you imagine starting your career and then going to school? Just go to school and then start your career. Because if you build your clientele and then you're like, oh, hold on, y'all.
Pause for a moment.
I gotta go to school.
They're going to go. Now you got to build it again.
Yeah, and it's an inconvenience.
It's exhausting.
Nobody wants to do that, so just go to school, I would say. Go to school. It's nothing like a licensed stylist.
Should all stylists want to create their own space? Or
No.
do you think that it'd be okay just to work under somebody, have a good client list?
Yeah, you know what? A part of me, sometimes I'm like, if I would have rented a space from someone and just got my money and saved it, oh my God. Oh my God.
You wouldn't do it?
I would do it.
You would not have been to this?
I mean, this is a lot of work, you know, and it takes a lot of
It does
money.
take a special person to be a business and entrepreneur.
Yes. Sometimes I'm like,
1000%
oh, I
agree
wish
on
I
that.
could have rented from someone else and just ran it up and just put all that money in the bank. And I wouldn't have to worry about maintenance and the utilities, all that stuff that comes with owning a business.
How long would you go before you would do that? I feel like you kind of just like you found it.
Yeah.
If you were to say, hey, here's a perfect guideline to starting and become who I am.
Oh, okay.
Here's what I would do for the next 5 years from start.
Yeah. Okay.
Start to who you are now.
So go to school, start your career. I would rent from someone else for about a good 5 to 7 years.
Wow. Really? Okay.
And save that money. Like just run it up. Just save all that money. I guess quite naturally, once you do save all that money and have all that money, quite naturally you're going to think of other revenues or other
places to put that to
Exactly.
make money for you. Yeah.
And yeah, you'll start your own thing. You'll start your own thing. You will. I guess that's quite natural.
That's cool.
So, yeah.
I don't think there's a better way to end it than that. That's
Yeah.
what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Is there anything that you want anybody to know about, or any? Is there any YouTubers or anything like special place that you could tell somebody to go to if they're interested that would at least help them make a decision on if they should do this or not?
Yeah. Not quite, but I do have like word of advice,
Okay.
maybe. I would say anything that you do, the thing that really kept my clientele consistent is being myself. And I am a person that is very genuine to myself, my clientele, my business. I give them a true experience because I'm a true person. I really am. Sometimes I've gotten compliments like, "Oh my God, your spirit is just so soft or just so pure." Be good to your clients. Your clients will come back. It will be very consistent. Be yourself. And be good. You take care of your business will take care of you. I take care of my clients and they take care of me. So that's my word of advice. If you start anything, just be true to yourself and be true to your business. Be very genuine and have integrity. It will show. It will show for it. It really will.
That's
So,
dope. Thank you, Kimmie.
Thank you.
so much for
I
that.
really enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Thank you.